Okay, so today I decided to take a little trip outside of my quarantine because I was just really bored of being inside. So, here we go. And of course, you guys, I know some people are gonna immediately say, why the heck didn't you stay inside? It's not worth it. I understand that. But I just feel like I needed a little trip, just like anywhere. And of course, I'm being safe, as safe as I can be. I rarely got out of the car. I got out of the car a total of 3 times, and I will explain why. And also, I'm wearing a mask. I would wear gloves, but at the same time, you're touching everything, so it's almost like having, just using your hands but not washing it because it's gloves. So I decided not to wear gloves. Just wash my hands along the way or use hand sanitizer. So here's me pulling out of my garage as per usual. I also thought to myself, what would be a good place to go during this quarantine? What's something I can still access that would make me, would make for a good trip. So I decided to head down to one of my favorite spots in Azusa, a local coffee shop that goes by the name of Mantra Coffee. The greatest place in the world. Decided to get my usual caramel latte as well as a blueberry muffin warmed up. As you can see here, I'm gonna listen to the Views podcast, David Dobrik and Jason Nash's podcast. Definitely like it. We're super into podcasts, so if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Here it is, nice and warm. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. And here I am. I took a little bit of time unwrapping it. It was, obviously I don't know if you guys, unwrap before you start eating it, but I definitely take the wrapper off, take it piece by piece. Don't really bite into it straight like a cupcake or anything. Here's the first bite. Looking nice. Yummy. I took out my coffee. There he is, the caramel latte with the oat milk. I love it with oat milk, actually. It's probably my favorite. Smelling it. And here we go. Take a little sip. Oh yeah. Gotta take another sip. Reminisce over the memories that I've had at this place. Memories. And then on my way to my next destination, which just so happens to be Target. Now, I only went to Target because I wanted to check on this waffle maker that I really wanted. I didn't know if they had it, in. So I decided to go check. And I mean, how can you not buy this waffle maker? It's only $20. But then I looked around, and this was my face when I found out they were out of stock. Left Target and was just thinking, where should I go next? I was on a call with my Nina, so I got kind of distracted and ended up in Pasadena. So I stopped by in this neighborhood. It was nice. Decided to take some photos. And then headed towards the Old Town Pasadena, that strip. This is the only footage I got there, but then I took some photos. It's my cat. And after that, ended up heading towards home. But on the way, of course, felt like I had to take a few photos. I mean, you don't have to go everywhere else to take nice photos, so. And then I headed home. So, this is the end of the little trip out. But I mean, of course, I do things when I get home, so there's a little bit, well, it's not as interesting, but a little bit left to it. Obviously, opening my garage. Gotta get in there somehow. Like out of a movie, like in Get Out when he gets hypnotized. There we are. So awesome. This trip was a success. closing my garage quick. And heading towards my apartment. Go up the stairs and lock the door. And now go into my room. Please excuse the mess. And my cat, Milo, such an angel. And then I take a nap. Not really, then I realized I hadn't eaten anything like other food. So, spaghetti, fork, bread, food.